welcome to the next episode of Sandbox Podcast Reacts to Where Are the Part-Timers? So perhaps we can start introducing ourselves, maybe JC.
Okay, you make me a little bit nervous. JC, part-time, 2025 intake, banking industry.
Harish, part-time 2025 intake, tech industry.
So Michelle, part-time 25 intake, marketing manager in a medical device company.
Entry, part-time 2025 intake, chemical/palm oil industry.
So guys, the $1,000,000 question. Where are the part-timers? I know all of us are here. So let's start off by talking about work-life balance, family balance, school balance. How are you guys balancing stuff?
There's no such thing called balance.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I think four of us are at least a little more active than the usual part-timers, right? We do a lot more stuff. Like you did GIP, you're organizing a GIP now. Both of us are in leadership positions in student council. So I think we sort of do a lot more than the usual part-timers. But how are you balancing work, family life, and school pressure? Like Andrew, how do you?
I think for me is prioritization, right? I think first of all we need to know what are roughly our priorities. I have that, the list, right? But surely cannot make everyone happy, right? At this point. So if I would describe what is balance for me, I think it's no balance, to be honest.
And that's what they told us in the first year. They expect no sleep.
So something needs to be unhappy, right? Either yourself, no sleep, or maybe your boss, I took like 3 weeks to
I mean, you're saying this, so you have no pressure on the relationship.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. For me, it's just all a matter of priority. So at a certain point of time, we have to prioritize something over something else.
Yeah, definitely.
But can you really prioritize? Like, I find that very difficult. Like, for me, work sometimes becomes very important.
Yeah.
So I let go of everything else.
Yes.
Then some days I just want to do school stuff.
Yeah.
Like assignments, group work, student council, the GIP. There's so much happening in school. So I want to be involved in all of that. There's FOMO, massive FOMO, which will have to be in school for every event. This semester I'm doing every event. I'm omnipresent everywhere. So it's crazy, right? So that kicks in, and then some. And then obviously, for me, I'm really blessed at home because my wife is very supportive, right? She's herself traveling, she's busy with work, so she's very supportive, of my this journey. And so I think balancing family has also been very critical and important because I need to spend time at home. So that's become difficult, and I've sacrificed on sleep to a large extent. And I sleep like, if you see my stat for the last 6-7 months, I've slept for 25 hours average. Right? Average out. I know I slept on 6 hours, right? Before you call me out on Saturday. But yes, on an average it's like 5 hours, right? So I've really sacrificed.
But do you remember when we start our application, admission application? One of the questions that we have to write the answer like 250 words is like, as a part-timer, what is your plan to balance between your full-time job and part-time job?
I didn't get the question. I didn't get the question.
Okay, so everyone have different questions.
No.
Oh, I have that question.
Did you apply to someone in school? This is someone in school question.
That's also NUS, okay?
This is not NUS question.
I don't think
And then one of the points I put there is exactly what you're saying. So we really need someone who support parents. It can be a girlfriend, boyfriend, family, and for me, it's my husband. You really need someone to support, a very supportive partner for you to go through the job.
I think in that sense that when we applied, right, like you mentioned points that we set the expectations because we are part-timers, we expect going in that we will find a part-time managing. I think setting the expectations, I think like you say, you have a supportive husband, you probably talk to them like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to apply, right, as well as like for my company, and I spoke to them, this going to do next year, and then I expect that, there'll be some trade-off, but I hope for your understanding and support. So I
think that's also important, right? Balancing at work, what your managers feel about your MBA journey, right? And how supportive they are at work, your subordinates. So apart from family, work is also very critical in that sense. You've got to manage stakeholders at work and explain why you want to leave early some days. You're from school at 6:30. You want to go attend an event maybe in the middle of the day. Those are some of the things I think where you also need the blessings at work.
Then Andrew, how you manage to get leave early at work and then come to the class?
Yeah, I think it's very similar to whatever you guys have said. For me, I prefer to see it that I don't come to MBA on my own, right? Even though I come to class on my own, My family was not with me, my boss is not with me, but seriously, I need their support as well, definitely. Like before the start of the MBA, I actually spoke with my managers, right? And also spoke with my family, right? So last year, I took 3 weeks leave, right? And it's quite accidental because at the start of the year, I actually already planned a 2 weeks leave together with my family. But there was one intensive class that I had to take at the start of this year, right? So in the end, it was 3 weeks. And when I told that to my colleague was like, never do this again, right? How are you leaving your job 3 weeks, then someone else has to take care of it. And when I got into the job, right, fortunately, I have a supportive manager and boss. So like they understood, right? Okay, yeah, you are taking an MBA.
Yeah. I have to say this, when I met Andrew on orientation day, he said he was in Israel for some time for work. I thought he was a Mossad agent for a long time. So yeah, I'm not surprised your boss is not calling you out.
Yeah. So I think it's true. We definitely need the support of our important stakeholders.
Yeah, like the communication. Like for me, I faced the intensive class differently. I said that this semester I'm expected to complete how many units.
Yes.
So for example, but by taking that intensive, I have more work. I don't have to leave work like every other week, like for the next 30. So I think it's also like the constant communication. I think not just not how you phrase it.
She knows about and I think we are quite lucky in a sense because in NUS MBA actually we have these intensive classes and also actually the full-timers can join in the intensive class and we can have some of the experience together. Whether in the club or in LYT or in the intensive class, which I think is really good. Not every school offers that, right? Where the full-timers and the part-timers are together.
So let's talk a little bit about mental health, right? And all of us have different journeys when it comes to mental health. So JC, you want to say something about mental health? I know it's a topic very close to your heart.
Oh, it's not that close, but I think like all the part-timers we share the same challenge. Especially for women. I think Michelle can click with me very well. As a woman, how you stay pretty, drink enough water.
Still look good after a long day.
After MBA, full-time job, part-time MBA, but still look pretty, have enough workout. So that's a lot of things to do, but for me, it's still a matter of priority. Sometimes we have to, for example, for me, like, just going back to the point that Andrew mentioned earlier, the support from the managers is very important to me. So what happened to me during the first semester, so I come to work, I know that it takes me like 1 hour to go from my office to NUS. So I talk to my managers and then they say like, can I switch to another portfolio? So I'm dealing with Australian client portfolio so that I can start working at Australia time zone. I start working from 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. and then I go to work. And that is where I find like my mental health, my whole life is totally screwed up. So I wasn't present at the class because I'm mentally tired, physically tired. For example, if sometimes you have a financial management or financial accounting, you can't do it because you're not there. And then that's why like I have to learn to adapt to make sure that my mental health is one of the priority as well.
True. I think what you say is really true. Like you have to prioritize self-care at some point, right? I mean, we do sacrifice on some sleep, but it maybe cannot be all the time, right?
And that's a 2-year journey, right?
Exactly. And that's why I love our part-time professors, the way they teach in the evenings, because it's not very academically intense. And I think NUS also does a great job of not keeping academic very heavy loaded. It's less intense. We spoke to other schools, right? We're the mixers. It's much more intense in those schools. And for us, it's slightly less intense. It's more flexible, more bespoke.
A bit more fun.
It's more fun as well. Some of the professors do a great job with keeping the classes light in the evening. So I actually love that part. I know maybe some of the full-timers didn't like it. It was
like a blending.
But I think we loved it, right? We loved the lightheartedness in class. So I think that's very important. And just to address what JC said, we're actually exhausted, and some of us, we're also in some senior leadership positions, some of the part-timers, right? So the pressures are very different for them as well. And then for them to come in the evening and then be in that learning mindset, it can be really challenging. And I think NUS does a good job at keeping it.
It reminds me of one of the joke from one of the professors. So when he comes to the class, it's very easy for him to tell whether that class is full-time or part-time. Because the full-time, when they sit, they lean forward and listen everything. For the part-timer like us, we tend to be like,
very short.
to hear something that we can apply to our job. And
Yeah,
then
to bring
I
it
really
up.
appreciate the
Yeah.
effort of all the professors. It's very hard for them
Yeah.
to come up with something that keep our attention throughout.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So let's talk about something very important, right? Career pivots and pressure for part-timers. I know for full-timers there's a pathway, right? They do internships, they come on campus, study, do internships, and then look at the target companies and move into the full-time roles. But how does it differ for part-timers? For us, we have a full-time job. We have to manage workplace politics, workplace pressure. How do we? And then we also have ambitions of. Some of us have ambitions of pivoting. Some of us want to stay back in the same company. But largely, there are people who also want to pivot, right? How do you manage that? Like Michelle, how do you see people managing pivots as a part-timer?
I think in the NUS we are quite blessed with a lot of great resources. I mean, even as the cohort itself, we are a great resource to actually tap onto each other. So I think when it comes to pivoting, there are a lot of activities. I think there are student clubs, there are a lot of activities, a lot of networking, a lot of events there to actually get to find out and meet people and connect and network. So I think that's quite a useful thing, especially for part-timers. And I see that there's a try to make it more evenings, times where we can make it. Yeah. So. And also, I believe for career pressures and all that, we also have mentorship program. Maybe that probably can also help out. Yeah, just to talk about ourselves.
Yeah, I think NUS does a good job with that. We have got obviously GSC, which is the Job Search Council, which Andrea and I are part of the same GSC. So we sort of went through that journey together. We're going through that journey together at this point. And then we have the mentorship program, which I actually forgot we signed up for. This person assigned me as a mentor. I'm like, when did I sign up for this? Then I really like the mentor that I got. So I think the school does a great job with giving part-timers equal opportunities to,
as
full-timers. And I think that's the best part about the NUS program, right? I feel one of the reasons why I chose was also because I understood that NUS doesn't differentiate much between part-timers and full-timers. The classes are pretty much the same except for core classes. Professors are pretty much the same. The activities are the same. The journey is the same.
We have is the
It's the same.
There's no part-time, full-time.
Exactly. Same campus. Pretty much the same. And I think this is where LYT is great, right? I just loved LYT on the first week. I think for any new students coming in, you should definitely look at look forward to LYT. It's such an amazing part of the program, right? It brought all of us on the same page. We speak the same language. We speak like high challenge, high support. I had a great time in LYT, getting to know everyone. That's when I thought you were a Mossad agent. So yeah, it was great. It was great. I loved LYT. So I think LYT is, I think the NUS does a great job overall in helping giving platform to part-timers as well to make certain career pivots that we want.
And then a lot of people like talking about the career things. A lot of people thinking like, okay, the career pressure is more for the full time because they need to think, come up with strategy to land a job and things like that. But not much for part timer. What you guys thinking?
Definitely, there is a lot of pressure.
I think it's a different kind of pressure.
Okay, maybe for the full timers because currently they don't have a full time job, so the pressure is to find a full time job. But for us, we have full time job. But at the same time, the expectation doesn't seem lesser. Okay, maybe they allow us to go for class and all, but the amount of work that we need to complete. And in fact, now that we have come to MBA, the expectation is higher, right? From the boss and also from ourselves, right? Because
that is very important. The expectation we have on ourselves.
Exactly.
So.
There's workplace politics that always evolves as an MBA student. I've noticed that with some of our classmates I've spoken to them and they said the moment they told they are doing an MBA, the outlook towards them changes within the organization as well. People start thinking like, oh, are you planning to leave? Why are you doing an MBA? Or are you trying to come for my job? So there are those sort of dynamics that you also have to manage as a part-timer. So I think that's a very different kind of pressure that we have to go through.
I think importantly, I guess the pressure that we feel is that we want to, with this program, when we came in to do this program, is that also we want to add value to either a company or your own growth, your own career growth, because we all come in because we want to grow to something or you want to pivot into something. Sort of thing.
But have you guys ever run into the same challenge that I have? I feel like because I'm doing a full-time job, also a part-time MBA. I know that I could do much better in my work or in my study, but because I do both at the same time, sometimes I feel like I'm not there yet, although I could do much better. I have the ability and capability to do better. that's one of my pressure as well, because I set an expectation for myself, but I feel like I'm not there yet.
I think you've got imposter syndrome. I think I think you're great. You just have imposter syndrome. I don't think it's true. Yeah, maybe you want to.
But I think it's true that whatever we learn in class is theory, right? When you want to apply, definitely it's much harder. Like you need to think more. You need to get the support of your team.
Yeah.
Your boss maybe, and with such a limited time that we have currently, being a part-time student, that becomes a lot harder, right, to apply, right? So I guess it's just about time as well. We just need to give ourselves a bit of time for us to apply whatever we learn in school, right? I personally set a goal for myself, right, which I think I should be more relaxed. Like I spend about 100,000 here in the MBA, like similar to you guys. But if possible, I want to get value of 10 times, right? How I can get value of 1 million for my company, right?
Absolutely.
But again, this is pressure, and it takes time. It cannot be like within the next 1 month or
Exactly. So okay, I have a question. What's the thing that you guys are looking forward to the most this semester? I know we have GIPs coming up, GNAM, short exchange, semester exchange. There's so much happening.
Yeah.
We've been drinking so much.
That's one of the things. Networking as well.
So much drinking, and I love that part. So we have again drinks tomorrow in Sentosa.
Yes.
So what do you guys think about? What are you guys most excited about in semester 2? Maybe Michelle, you start.
So actually, when I came to MBA, I told myself that I had to make a conscious effort to try to join activities.
Yeah.
Because actually we are not here just to study. Because I
Yes,
think we all
definitely.
have our full-time job, right?
Yeah.
We are here to kind of expose ourselves and to grow out of our mindset. So for me, it's all the activities to join like GIP and all that, to kind of expose myself and also to get to know more full-timer students, because I think this semester we have a lot more interactions between full-time in terms of classes and all that. So.
What do you agree?
I think for me, what is exciting is what would be a surprise. Because for me, I think there's a lot of things that we could explore, like a kind of.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
you
it's coming.
Because I think just now we have touched on this, right? The potential that we have as a cohort is just absolutely limitless, right? I mean, we have people who is in a senior position like Harish, who is very active, and then we have
the senior?
you don't know. Wow, okay, let's have a talk with her. Yeah, but I mean, like Harish and Jesse, you guys are planning a GIP, right? I'm not sure whether before the MBA you guys actually thought about this, right?
No, I didn't.
Not really, right? I mean, so I think potential is limitless. Like for me, I think Michelle as well, we are considering how is it that we could also perhaps arrange a GIP, right? We don't know whether we could do it, right? Because it's just something out of our mind, and you need to find context and all. But
I would absolutely do it. I think GIP, organizing GIP was one of the most fulfilling things I did on campus. And I met Andre and JC and in GIP, right? We built a bond, and we have a great equation now. We got to know the full-timers, and I also felt how NUS grads or students, the outlook we get from outside of Singapore, right? It was amazing. Like the people how they welcomed us in the UAE. So
maybe some of our friends don't know what GIP is.
Exactly.
But if you both are thinking about like organizing a GIP, do it. Because the experience you have when you participate at GIP and when you organize a GIP
it's very different.
Yeah, so I did UAE, right, in the first time, but now I'm going to Japan next week, and I'm really excited about it. So for me, that's the most exciting part about semester for me, Japan GIP, and I'm going with some real notorious full-timers. I'm looking forward to that. But and what about you, Jesse? What are you looking forward to in sem 2?
For me, in semester 2, something that I feel like, the first time I do the intensive class, and I love it. I love it so much. As a part-timer, we have very limited opportunity to interact with the full-time MBA. And when I joined the intensive class, I and Andre was there in the intensive class 2 weeks ago to 3 weeks ago with the full-time and also exchange student. And it's really a nice experience to me, because I feel like we are more Asian than we think. When I study with the exchange student from America, from Canada, and I feel like their mindset are very different. They are thinking out of the box. And
Okay, we're done.
in intensive class, something I'm very interested. This is the first time this semester I joined intensive class, and I joined 2-3 weeks ago with Andre. it's very like a good opportunity for me to have more interaction with the full-timers and also the exchange student. So when I was in that class and I observed the exchange student, I realized that we are more Asian than we think. Because my mind is still thinking like, if any question come to me, I feel my mind working in such a way that it's a yes or no, right or wrong answer. But for the American student, they are very different. It's more like how they process talk and then how they get people buy-in and how they protect their point of view and things like that. I feel very nice experience to me, and I will continue doing more intensive class and also exchange, short-term exchange, something I'm very looking forward.
Just to add on to that, I feel the school also underplays a little bit. I feel in marketing they can do a better job with giving us knowledge about the exchange opportunities. I think it's incredible and it's free. Like you don't pay for anything, right? You don't pay tuition fee in your exchange school, right? You only pay for insurance and travel expenses. So I think that's an amazing opportunity, and we have some great partner schools, right? We have Ivy League, we have European schools, we have Asian
I'm
schools.
going to Berkeley.
Yeah, awesome, right?
You're also going, right, to Berkeley? Misha?
Plan changes.
I'm taking a seat. I'm going to take a seat now. I'm going to go out to the I'm going to go to Berkeley.
So I think in terms of balancing priorities, sometimes
because I'm on your seat. I want to go to Berkeley. So I think the exchange opportunities are great. I think we should definitely talk more about the exchange opportunities. It's amazing.
So because I hear that some of you are overloading the semester, like JC doing intensive class. So are y'all planning to graduate in 2027? Like is that your plan?
Yeah, I actually plan to. I'm trying to graduate together with the full timers.
Wow,
I'm trying to, but I don't know whether it's possible, right? So which means I need to complete by
December.
May. No, May 2027 is okay.
That's not full-time graduating in December.
Yeah, they graduate in December, but their ceremony is in June,
for
right?
sure.
So if I want to go with them, same
right.
ceremony, I have to finish by semester 1 to next year. Right.
Okay.
Or in fact,
semester
semester 2,
two,
sorry,
semester
semester
two
2 next year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got special terms.
Yeah, so if you do a special term, then your ceremony in 2028.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Then my plan is a little bit different. I overloaded a lot in semester 1 and I don't see the quality. So for semester 2, I stopped overloading and I feel like I changed my approach, I changed my strategy. So I plan to take my sweet time. The longer I study, the longer I have access to NUS resources. So I will take my time.
That's different. What about you, Michelle?
For me, I think I will still take the standard 2 years, recommended 2
Yeah.
years. But I know there are people who are taking 2.5 to kind of enjoy, like you said, the courses to actually really get the most out of it.
I'm more on Andrew's thought. I want to graduate along with our full-time batch.
Yeah.
But I think as part-timers, it's flexible, very dynamic. We live in a very dynamic environment, so I think it could change. I could graduate early, I could graduate late, I don't know. I'm also planning semester exchange. I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm also planning for that, but we'll see.
Okay guys, I hear a lot of full-timer keep asking me the same question. I don't see you guys part-timer. If I want to see you, I want to find you, where I can find you? Parish?
I'm omnipresent and on campus. Yes, I'm either in MBA lounge or in Spread Cafe or I'm somewhere lurking around the campus. Just hit me up on WhatsApp.
By the way, thank you so much for representing part-time student council, both of you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to be there always. But I'm always in school, so you can always find me in school anywhere. Just text me and I'll be here. Most likely I'll be somewhere.
How about you?
I think for me, intensive class, right, or GIP,
Yeah, for me, I think the marketing club activities.
Oh,
Please
yes.
come and join
Yes.
us.
Great.
For me, GIP. I'm organizing Viet time a bit on GIP. If you wanna join, just join. And most of the GIP like Taiwan, I will be there as well. So if you want to find me, just go to any GIP.
Or any intense class. She'll be there.
Okay.
So so this is great chat. I think I hope we've given some insights to our full-time folks. Although a lot of full-time
and when you can find us.
Yeah, where you can find us, and I'm sure we already know each other quite well. But it's just another opportunity for full-timers to get to know us, and even our fellow part-timers to know us, right? And hopefully even prospect students, if you want to know what life as a part-timer is on campus, watch us. and hopefully you will make the decision to come on campus. And if you have any questions, just reach out to any of us. Our LinkedIn links will be there down in the description.
Yes. If you're still considering about the pressure, whether you can cope with the part-time pressure or not, just do it. Don't think too much. You're gonna be fine.
And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this chat, and like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. See you guys.
See you.